I was right about Sand. I knew at that time when I recorded my last video about Sand that it was undervalued from the market. Now we see the real value of the game. The only thing that I was wrong about was that I predicted 5x, but in the end we came down to a 10x, which is crazy if you imagine this. I think there will be a big correction happening here, but overall Sandbox is still one of my favorite games to play. That's one of the games that I would actually play. I would actually buy NFTs myself in this game, and I would present my whole personal brand in this game. Like there I see myself actually doing it. The problem with games as Decentraland are that they are too simple. I wouldn't like to own a lot of things in this game myself. So let me give you in this introduction a lot of new information about Sandbox, what it offers and where it will take in the future. I'm super bullish on that, so stay till the end of the video. Get informed why you should invest into Sandbox, not only financially, but also with your personal brand. Let's go! So the Sandbox with the virtual currency of Sand is a ERC20 token, which you can use for in-game assets. The maximum supply of Sand will be 3 billion, and currently there's 900 million already in circulation, so you can imagine that we are already on the latest stage in the development of the game. They started actually to develop the game in 2012 with some mobile app games. Now they are slowly transitioning into the real Metaverse game style play, and since around January 2021 they had already their first hype with a bunch of other cryptocurrency games. They were one of the first games who introduced the concept of DAO, even though strangely, most of their asset allocation belongs to investors, the team, the founders or the advisors, which kind of goes away from the thought of community-owned assets to more centralized allocation. I personally believe that the fully decentralized concept will not happen in anything that we are seeing. We need some sort of centralization to get enough control over the things so it will not just go away, you know, nobody will rip off and just run away. We need some centralization, but it should be not too much. So I'm thinking that they have done a good move here by allocating enough resources to the founders team and the rest of it belongs to the community. Also on top of that, it's important to say that their current token, the Sand, is only used as a utility coin. Later on in 2023, they also want to introduce it as a government's coin, so you can actually do also some in-government decision. So the major foundation that the game has that most other games don't have is that the software can actually let the users create 3D items like creatures, customs, buildings, vehicles and pretty much anything that you can imagine. With that you can create NFTs, non-fungible tokens, and you can sell it on the Sandbox marketplace or on other secondary marketplaces as OpenSea. The funny thing is that you don't need to know how to edit or anything like that. Everything is built up front inside the game, that's why I'm so bullish on it. And every time there's a transaction happening within the game, you can earn with that. You can buy land, if somebody plays on your land, you're making money. You can build a game, if anybody is playing your game, you make money with that. And you can create items and skins, or you can win them. And if you're selling them on a secondary platform like OpenSea, you can make money with that. The Sandbox got featured by Atari and Snoopdog, which are big influences in the NFT space. With the help of Snoopdog, people could already assume that at the later stage, Snoopdog will probably capitalize on that, on selling tickets for his events. And don't forget, you can do it too. Imagine you're an indie artist and you want to present some new songs that you created. Or maybe you want to have something like the Metaverse that you want to present, your definition of Metaverse. You create an event where people can go and see that, charge money on that. It should be not too much, where normal people can afford to get in. You are doing the event, people are happy about it, you reach a massive audience with that. Just think about the possibilities. Alright, let's take a look at the crypto gaming market. We can see definitely that Sandbox as of right now is the second most hyped game, one below Axie Infinity. And I'm thinking they will soon outgrow Axie Infinity. I'm guessing that they will probably drop down with their price the next days, but afterwards we'll see a bigger spike and it will definitely go above Axie Infinity, especially in 2022. Let's click on Sandbox and see how the movement affected price. Okay, we can pretty much see that the price was pretty stable until these points. Basically, they got a lot of hype, people got bullish. They introduced their alpha launch, which you can see on the Twitter page. Actually, inside the game you won't be able to make money yet. You're gonna be able to run around and play the game, but it's still huge. Yeah, the alpha launch is the most important thing here, because most of the games that we are seeing in the crypto space currently, they don't have anything to present. They have some trailers which you can easily edit, and that's it. Nothing else can really matter for the normal investor unless they are presenting actual gameplay, and now people are getting bullish. We will see what is happening after the 29th. If the game is as good as it's presented currently, the price will probably spike even more. If it's not as good and people get bored of it or they don't see the bigger vision of it, price will go down. From the trailer, it seems pretty likely that game will be good. So for example, I played Decentraland and the game was not so well yet. I don't think that the game will be not better in the future, but I'm just saying it's not as good as the hype is around that currently. And yeah, if you want to buy Sand, now it's also possible that you can buy it on Binance. That was actually the first spike that happened. Every time a coin is listed on a major exchange like Binance, Coinbase, then we will see a major spike. I mean, just think about it, it's just easier to trade back and forth. When they launched on Binance, I immediately bought more. I'm trading on Binance most of my trades. If you don't have a Binance account, just get it in the link down below. You get some money off if you register today and buy your first crypto gaming tokens. I want to show you another example, guys, of crazy NFT items that are selling for a crazy amount of money. Like this yard here is selling for 650,000 US dollars. It's not even a real yard, right? Like for this kind of money, you could actually buy a real yard in the ocean, right? You can swim with it in the summer. You can actually have something like valuable right up here. But this is just like an online thing. But people are still investing so much money into that. Like if that doesn't convince you that Metaverse is the future, I don't know what else it will be. So those were some updates about Sand with their super hyped Metaverse game, the Sandbox game. If you want to learn more about the whole Metaverse, subscribe to the channel, give it a like, give it some comments, hit the bell button, and see you in the Metaverse.